Hi, welcome to the Affiliates Corner. My name is Robert Roth.
And I'm Keith Tate.
And I'm Woody Keller from Ocean First Bank, and they're going to interview me this time.
So, Woody, tell us a little bit about what you do.
I'm a mortgage rep for Ocean First Bank. I've been with the bank for 18 years, and I give away money. That's why it's the best job in the world, because I feel like Santa every day.
Welcome to 30 years of debt.
Yes, that's right. That's about to say. Yeah, have some.
You have been around for a long time, and I mean that in a good way. As a compliment.
Yes.
You are the Ask the Mortgage Guy. How did you get that particular title? How did you become the mortgage guy?
I've always, one of my hobbies and also one of the ongoing things I've done is I've always been a writer. Okay, so I wrote articles for the Asbury Park Press in the past, and I've had some different periodicals and newsletters and stuff like that. So I always found that that was an easy article to write, to have somebody ask you a question and then to write it. So, and it's a high interest story. So that's how I became Ask Mr. Mortgage Guy. When we started with the communications, when I joined the communications committee, don't forget communications committee. You can go ahead and they asked me to put together some articles. These were easy articles for me to write.
Now, since Sandy, you've been doing a lot of them, especially on Barrier Island. What's the number one product you guys have been being able to help people with?
Ocean First has been around since 1906. It was the original bank in Ocean County, and it was originally the Point Pleasant building and loan long ago. So we have quite a presence over in flood zones. And as Keith knows, we got wiped out by Sandy, which really, we were afraid at the bank that it would hurt our assets. So we were very aggressive, and there was an executive, they had an executive meeting and decided to be aggressive with construction loans to try to help rebuild the barrier islands. So we came up with a construction loan that's really aggressive. It's got a low interest rate. Any interest rate is guaranteed for a year when somebody would finish their home. So that's how I got involved. I was put up as the point man on this. And starting at the end of February, we had our first closing over in the island. And we've got over $50 million now that we put out in mortgage money and construction money over on the beaches.
From the insurance point of view, we do a lot of building under construction policies. And there's been a lot of delays because of this weather. Does that, out of curiosity, does that affect the loans?
It does. There are a couple of things that have happened that have affected the loans. The first thing is the builder really can't get to driving the piles. He can't put the foundations in because of the cold weather and stuff. So that affects the construction loan. Also, the backup on permits. Tom's River is 400 permits behind on what they have. I've seen where one demolition crew has 125 demolitions that they're waiting in order to go through and take down houses. Now, how does that affect things? Well, we've made the corporate decision that we wouldn't just close on, usually you'd have to wait for a building permit to close the loan. We'll do it on the zoning approval. So some of the towns, most of the towns, have now okayed that, and they'll give us the zoning approval while they're going through the permit process. And we will close the loan so that people can buy the damaged properties or start their construction and fixing up their houses.
Very nice. Good idea.
Yeah.
And now it's the lighter side of the program.
Yes.
We need a tee story. Give us something that made you laugh.
Something in the mortgage business.
Yeah.
Oh, what made me laugh? Let's see. Well, in 2008, there was something that really made everybody laugh. It was the mortgage bust. Okay, all of a sudden, the people who had houses that they thought were worth $800,000 were now worth $300,000, and we lent $500,000. So, was that funny? No, it wasn't funny at all. Okay, as a matter of fact, a lot of realtors who were dressed like queens suddenly weren't dressed very well at all. And that happened to mortgage guys too. Okay, and while the mortgage bust wasn't funny, it did make things creative. Okay, we had to become creative. creative to keep our business going. You know. The tee, I don't think that there's been a lot of tee. It used to be where the guys, the executives would say, "Oh yeah, you have a mortgage rep, where hang out at the end of the bar, have a drink, and oh, that's how you get mortgages. Oh yeah, come on over." That doesn't happen anymore. Now it's everything is professional, straight down the line, and I think a lot of those guys are gone.
Now, other than the permit issues and things like that, what's been your biggest challenge?
Well, once again, it comes back to insurance. Okay, the questions on insurance. We found that the people who are rebuilding, we found that the flood insurance premiums have been very low. Just right to where rarely is it over $500 for the year. And here, if you go ahead and rebuild. Now, so people were scared. And one of the challenges we had was immediately we started qualifying people on $2,000, $3,000 worth of flood insurance, which just didn't happen. So trying to convince the people that aren't used to what's going on over there, that we had to lower what the premiums actually were for new construction. That's a big challenge. That's what.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that the misinformation over there is the biggest challenge.
That's huge for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Woody.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.